Okay, next one we got. I know we wanted to touch on fitness, but let's go with like off ice programming. Let's say off ice fitness programming. Underrated, overrated. Is it really important that you have like all the structure, this kind of stuff?
No,
whatever?
like it's going to depend on your age, right? So, because we have a lot of people that do that. Like, what kind of training should he be doing? And it's like, we talked about this before with the long-term athletic development model. It spells it out through doctors and through fitness experts and stuff like that, is that there's certain ages where you cannot increase speed at 8 years old. Not going to happen. Or even power for that much. It's not there. Or size. So the thing is when you're younger, be an athlete, play all kinds of sports. If you do that.
So overrated when you're young.
Overrated when you're young. 100%.
So having like a specifically tailored conditioning and strength program for your off ice when you're young is totally overrated.
The only thing that would be beneficial to doing something like that would be that you develop the neural pathways, like for easier terms, muscle memory.
Yeah. So just to clarify, so for the sake of what the point of the program is, it's overrated, but it can help you develop like some good habits. You're getting into working out, whatever. You're learning how to move the weights a little bit and all that. So there's benefit to that, but having a legit off ice program structured for you when you're young you're saying overrated.
Makes no sense.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it makes no sense. Overrated. Yeah. So, but what do? You run, you throw, you jump. Jumping will always help your skating because it's almost the same mechanics. You do all those kind of things, be an athlete. I've had so many guys that, well, you know what, even in the hockey interviews, one of the first questions I've always asked is, do you have athletes in your family? Because there's something about being athletic that helps you in the game. So yes, overrated for sure. Now, I would even say overrated when you're older to a point. Because some people as a coach, like as a fitness trainer, have their own philosophy. And Dalton was very clear about this. He was going to bring that up. Yeah. He was very clear about this, saying like, so the guy wants you to do this today, but his body's not feeling that, and he knows that he needs something else. Or even for the whole summer, he knows he like when he was in Columbus the 1 year, he said everything that I was doing was not what I felt I needed to do, but he had a guy's philosophy, and this is what you're going to do. And sometimes when someone writes a program for you, it's just easier to do one program fits all than to write programs for everybody.
It's totally easier to do that.
Right?
Yeah. But I think I totally agree when you're young, up until like you're a couple years into puberty, let's say.
Yeah.
I'd say totally overrated. Then after that, you want to have like some kind of framework where it's geared towards your sport in one way or another. So that's why I like the framework that we have where every kid can do that, and that's getting them ready to perform as a hockey player. Then within that, if you want to specify for yourself, like that's one thing, which is fine. But like, again, you don't need to have, in my opinion, at least like that so specific every day mapped out for a whole summer and you follow it to a T. Like, unless you're working with a trainer one-on-one where they're with you every day making micro adjustments for what you need that day every day, then I think it can be too much.
Well, the one thing that I'll say is totally overrated is it's the wrong term anyways when people call it hockey specific training. Like there's actually doesn't make any sense. I know it's probably just a term that gets used the wrong way.
Yeah.
But there's not an exercise that's specific to hockey. Right. They're just movements. Yeah. So there's movements and there's exercises and there's energy systems that are going to increase your ability on the ice. Like, so when we, like in your program, when we do that first 10 minutes of just capacity work, it's not capacity just for hockey. It's you're on a bike, you're running, you're skipping, you're rowing, and you're going to hard levels of training to build your heart so that you just don't get tired so you can recover. It's not hockey specific capacity. And same with any of the lifts or anything. They're not hockey lifts. They're athletic lifts that are going to help you in the range of motions for hockey. It's not hockey specific. Baseball players do some of the stuff. Footballs, there's crossovers all over the place.
Well, I think it's just imprecise language because the thing that I've found, the thing that I found now, like with making all these videos online and stuff, like that is what people are looking for. Like people are like, what hockey things can you do? Baseball workouts? Can you do like this is what people are asking me, and it's like you're saying, there isn't a baseball workout.
Right.
Like there isn't a workout just for baseball. It's like if I go to a gym and there's a hockey player and a baseball player and they're training to be athletes, they're probably going to be doing a lot of the same things.
Yep.
In terms of their strength training, whatever. Now, the difference between a hockey player and a baseball player is the hockey player better be doing a lot more capacity stuff than the baseball player.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean that this exercise is made for hockey. Like there's no exercise that's made for hockey, and that's the difference. So when people say hockey specific, I think they mean more like training like a hockey player versus training like a baseball player or like a whatever other
bodybuilder, football player,
soccer player. Like does a soccer player need to be as strong as a hockey player? I would argue no.
Right.
So there's probably going to be a larger element of a program strength training for a hockey player as opposed to a soccer player. Whereas a soccer player might do a lot more of that. Not that hockey players don't do a lot of it, but a lot of that like ankle mobility, stability type stuff, because the odds of them rolling an ankle are a lot higher than a hockey player. Hockey, when you stop moving, you glide. Yeah. In soccer, when you stop moving, you stop moving.
You do a head plant.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of what people mean when they say that, but that's not what they say. Like, give me a hockey specific workout. It's like, hey, that doesn't mean anything. Like that's not, every workout is supposed to be, if you're training as an athlete, an athletic workout. So they're all going to be using the same types of exercises, you know, but it's just the how much time do you spend doing each thing is kind of where the like sports specific part of it might come in, but people don't use those terms properly, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, you're 100%.